Elementor Advanced Solo to Expert plans we can have pop-up builder, but on Essential we don't get the pop-up builder feature. So in our plan we got the pop-up builder feature, and now we are going to add this pop-up builder. So when someone click on this view profile, he or she will get a pop-up, and in that pop-up we will have more details about the provider. So let's do that. First I go to WordPress dashboard, and on WordPress dashboard in templates you will see pop-ups. So click on pop-ups, and currently we don't have any pop-ups, so I just click on add new pop-up, and here the type is pop-up, and I will add the name. So this name will be our provider. Let's add it like pop-up, our provider pop-up, and click on create template. Okay, here we got some pop-up designs, but let's design one from scratch. So I will remove this one, and here we have to edit it. So I click on add flex box and click on direction column, and here if I go to the layout advanced, in layout and paddings I will remove all of those details, and for padding let's add it like top 20, right 20, and the bottom 20, so left 20. Let's add padding as 20. Then we have to add the details, so let's do that. In this case first we need the image, so let's click here and search image and add the image like this. Then for now let's add dummy image, so let's add this image. So if you remember, we create this our provider section using advanced custom field as the different post type. So if we go to dashboard, and on dashboard we will have this our provider section as dedicated post type. So before we add those information, let's just create the design. So first we have this image, and I will add it like this. Then we need to have headline. So in this case the headline will be, so I will open the Figma design. Okay, we can copy those information from here. So here we will have this title as the first headline, then go to style. In style change this to paragraph like this, and on the container let's add row as 20. I think 20 will work, and for now let's just add basic design. Then again I create different headline, and if you remember I always add HTML tag as h2, but that's not a good practice. In SEO part I will explain more, but for now let's add default details. Then here let's add the name, add it like this. Then the name will be subheading, and the text color will be this black color. And then here we have a small description, but we need to add long description. So if we go to our providers and click on edit, and let's decrease this. So here we have long description. For now I will just copy this text because we only need the text. So now I will duplicate this section and add the description like this, and here we will change it to paragraph. Okay, now it's look good, and then I will add button like request appointment. So let's search button. Actually we can copy button from here because we don't need to create it from scratch now. So let's edit the home page and just copy this button. Copy the button, come here, just paste the button like this. Then it will look like this, and also let's make the button width as full width button. So make the position as stretch like this. Then change this text to request appointment, request appointment, request an appointment. Or let's make like request appointment, and it's looking good. And now what I do is go to container, and let's adjust the design. So I will make this as 12 is still too long, maybe 6 will be work, not 60, the 6 will be work. And if we want we can add more designs, but for now I will keep it like this. And here click on the image and let's make alignment center, and the border radius, let's make it as 20, and let's change this alignment to center like this, and here let's do it to the text too, and now it will much better. Again, the spacing, the row will be 3 will be good. And okay, if we want, we can add the social media icons, but I don't think that will good. But if we want, we can add the social media icons, but currently we don't have any. So also, if we want, we can add the short description too, but I think we don't need short description here. So now this will be the design look, and let's adjust the pop-up details. So to edit the pop-up size and other stuff, just click on this setting icon. It will go to the pop-up setting, and here we can change the width as we like, but I will give the width as 600, maybe 680. Yeah, this will look perfect, and we can add a pop-up location like this, but horizontal and vertical center will be the best place. And let's make height will be fit to content, which means the height will adjust according to the content, and if we want, we can make fit to screen, so it will be bigger pop-up, but in our case I will make it as fit to content. And here we can, if we want, we can hide the overlay, but I think having overlay will be good. And on here we have a close button, and let's show the close button, and we don't need any entrance animation or exit animation. If you like, you can add. On general setting, there is no much, and on preview we can check the preview, but for now we just add default data. But on next lesson we will add dynamic tag to all of those items. So we have an issue on this button. We will go to this button, we will see this type of issue. So let's make it disappear. To make it disappear, we can just make this center, and the content will be center, and the button will be smaller. And okay, now again go to pop-up setting, and on style we can do more stuff. So for now, let's make border type as none, and border radius will be 20, and no need box shadow and overlay. I like this overlay color, but if we want, we can just change the overlay color, but I think the default color is better. And on close button, let's make close button bit bigger. So on size, let's make it size like 22, and the color will be blue color. And on hover, no need to do anything. And if we want, we can change the position, but I think this position is much better. Okay, now on advanced, we can add timing, but I will skip those timing. And here we have lot of options, but I will keep them as default. And here we can add margin and padding, and also we can add custom code. Okay, now we have this pop-up, so I will just publish it. And when published, here we have 3 tabs. So let's go one by one. First one is condition. So it say apply current templates to those pages. From here we can add those conditions. So I just click on add condition, and here we can include or exclude. As an example, if you don't want to show the pop-up on a specific page, let's get a specific page as home page, we can click on exclude and change this entire site to singular, and here we can select the front page like that. Also, if we want to show this pop-up only home page, we can set include in singular front page. In this case, we need to set up this pop-up to front page, so include singular and front page. If we add this as entire site, this pop-up will open in any pages. In this case, it will not work because the pop-up button will, or the view profile button, only located in the home page. So now we have these triggers. So it say what action the user need to do for the pop-up to open. So in here we have different options. So if we want to show the pop-up when visitor load, we can just turn on this on page load, and here we can add seconds. So if I want to show this pop-up after 5 seconds that user come to our website, I can add it like this, but I will make it no. And here we have another option. So if we on this on scroll, we can add the pop-up when scroll up or down on the website. Then we have on scroll to element. So if we open this, we can just define a section using CSS class, and when visitor scroll to that section, the pop-up will appear. So I will make it no. And on click mean if visitor click on the website, we can open the pop-up. So if we make this as 3, so when user click 3 times, like 1 2 3, this pop-up will appear on the 3rd time. So here we have lot more options. Here we have ad block detection. So some users use ad blockers to block ads on our website, especially you run WordPress blog site that has AdSense or other ads. You can identify if user use ad blocker, and if you don't want them to use ad blocker, you can just turn this on. Okay, now we have advanced rule tab. Here it says requirements that have to be met for the pop-up to open. So in this case, show after X page views. So if we on this, we can add the page count that check the user. As an example, if I add this like 5 and user visit 5 pages, the pop-up will appear. So there are a lot more triggers, but I am not going to go through all of them. Just play around with this, and there is super cool items that we can use to trigger pop-ups and get the attention of the visitor. Okay, now I will go to home page of our website, and let's assign this to a button. So currently we don't have any button here. So to do that, I will just create a button to test this. So I will add the button here, and I will change button text to pop me, I don't know, like that. And on style, let's change primary color to this, and let's add padding as 22 for better view. And here we have to use this link to make this pop up. So on link, click on dynamic tags, and on dynamic tags you will see under action pop up. So now then you can click here, and the action is open pop up, and here we can search our pop up name, our provider pop up. So click on it, and now I will publish this, which means when I click on this button, we should have that pop up. So let's try. Scroll down like this, then click on it. When I click on it, the pop up just appeared, and I can close the pop up. And when I click on request appointment, actually we didn't set up this request appointment button, so let's set up it. So here this should be redirect to request appointment page. So I will just get the title like request appointment. Here is the request appointment today page title. Just paste it, and let's open it in new window and click on publish. Okay, now let's try this again, and here we go. Then here the pop-up appeared, and if we click on request appointment, it will redirect to the request appointment today page, and we can close the pop-up here. Okay, the pop-up is working well, and I will remove this pop me. And now we have to assign the button action to this view profile. So let's set up it with pop-up and see the action. For now I will publish this, and I will see you in the next lesson.